Hello, everyone. Welcome to the East Flatbush Community Partnership monthly meeting for June. My name is Lamecca Holmes. I'm the director of the East Flatbush Community Partnership. I'm going to share with you all our agenda for today. Welcome. We have some words of encouragement from our community ambassador, Diane Smith. We have our East Flatbush Community Partnership updates. We have 3 presentations today. If I pronounce your name incorrectly, please forgive me. We have Rashida Ajala from For the Better, Inc. We have Abby Jeffrey from JCCA, and we have Andrew Hildago from Program for, I have to move this out the way, I'm sorry. Program for the Development of Human Potential. We have a mental health segment and then program updates. So we will begin with Diane with our words of encouragement.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I just want to say that I'm glad to be here and I'm glad you all are here too. And we're here. I just want to share a scripture with you, one of my favorite, Romans 12:2. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And because I identify as a sister, mother, daughter, I want to share a love letter to my sisters. And if for the men that are here, this applies to brotherhood too, okay? And I can't emphasize enough that we've been isolated from each other, not around each other. And I would encourage us to, when you see somebody and they look like they need a positive word or something, give it to them. Give them that smile, give them something to lift them up, be somebody's light, be the reason to cause somebody to smile. Okay, a love letter to my sister. A woman was drinking tea with her mother as they talked about life and adulthood. The mother said, never forget your sisters. They will become very important over time. No matter how much you love your husband or your children, you're going to need your sisters. Remember, when I speak of your sisters, I mean all women who are attached to you. Sometimes you must contact them, perhaps go out with them, do things with them, because someday you will need them. The daughter locked these words inside her heart. She kept in touch with her sisters. Over the years, she made many friends. Some came, some went. But over time, she understood what her mother meant. The world, time, nature, and life presents their changes and mysteries in a woman's life, but your true sisters always remain. After all of the years that I have lived on this earth, I have learned that time goes by, life happens, children grow up, distance separates, passion decreases, the heart breaks, our parents die, favors are forgotten, jobs come and go, careers do end. But the sisters are always there no matter the distance between you. A sister is never too far away to be reached. When you have to walk through a lonely valley and have to do it for yourself, the sisters of your life will be around you, encourage you, pray for you, push you, intervene for you, and wait for you with open arms at the end of the road. They will walk by your side or even carry your load. Grandmothers, mothers, daughters, granddaughters, nieces, cousins, aunts, mothers-in-laws, sisters-in-law, daughters-in-law, and friends. They are all your sisters, and they are God's blessings in your life. So share this, put this in your heart and share it with your sister friends, your sister daughters, your sister cousins, your sister peoples. Okay, have a blessed day, everyone. I hope I encourage somebody this afternoon.
Hello, everyone. Cindy Reed here, community organizer. We would like to introduce you to Renee Taylor, who is one of our new community ambassadors. She's unable to join today, but you will meet her on another meeting, but we welcome her to the team. We are working on a continuing education scholarship for this year. The details concerning that scholarship will be coming out soon, but this is just a brief little drafted flyer we have, just sharing with it with the community. So look for that update soon to share with any youths or anyone just looking to continue their education for the scholarship. Past events, and last month you remember us sharing about the kids virtual cooking series. They have a last session this Sunday. It's been going very well. Cute pictures of kids eating food and trying out different things and stuff, and they've really been enjoying it. So we were happy to bring this to the community. Upcoming events, we will be at Blink, located at 1413 Fulton Street tomorrow between 12 and 5 for a Father Street appreciation. We will be giving out free haircuts, Nike gift cards, food, and much more with resources concerning men's health awareness and stuff. So if you know of any men that can benefit from this, we encourage you to share it with them and to come on down for the giveaways and the resources that will be shared tomorrow afternoon. We finally have selected a date and location for the summer giveaway of Mind, Body, and Soul. It's going to be Saturday, July 23rd. It will be at Clean Right, located at 1205 Flatbush Avenue. We will be giving out laundry gift cards, detergent and softener, other services and resources, and much more. If you, there's plenty of service providers here. If you would like to join us for that day, please reach out to me about being part of that event. As a reminder, please put your name, residents, please put your name and email in the chat, and social providers, please put your name, email, and organization in the chat as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Okay, Diane, please introduce our first speaker.
Okay, our first presenter is Rashadat Ahola, the Executive Director for the Better Incorporated.
Hi, everyone. I hope can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is pronounced Rashida Ajala. Thank you for having me and being able to talk on the platform. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday. So as mentioned before, I am the Executive Director of For the Better Inc. We are a nonprofit organization based here in Brooklyn. We're based out in Mill Basin, but East Flatbush is right next door, our neighbor. And our mission is to serve youth and adolescents in the community through health education and nutrition programming. Do I have the capability to share a slideshow, PowerPoint, or just talk?
Yes, you can share.
Oh, okay. So we offer two major programs right now. One that I will be talking about mainly is our Better Health program. And we also have an annual wellness fair, and I will share the flyer for that at the end. Okay, let me share the screen. Wait. Okay. So as I mentioned, we have our Better Health program, and we mainly offer this in high schools because that's where we've been opportune to, have the platform, but we do plan and hope to be able to share this in other spaces. But right now, our why and the reason we do the program is because we know, and my working background is that I am a family nurse practitioner, and just through my practice and seeing my patients, we know that the obesity epidemic is real, especially predominantly in communities of color. About 29% of teenagers are considered obese and overweight, and out of that, 50% of that is Hispanic and Black children and adolescents. So our why was really motivated by us seeing the rates of obesity in the community firsthand, and really just also noticing the lack of access to health education, nutrition education, and access to healthy, nutritious meals. So part of why we started this program is to give these students access to nutrition education so they can understand what are we putting in our bodies, how do we read nutrition labels, and also learning how to make better choices with the resources that they have. So again, like I said, we offer nutrition education. We talk about wellness as a whole, mental wellness, exercising, physical fitness, and then learning how to prepare healthy, nutritious meals for themselves. So we are currently in high school. Like I said, we just finished our second year, but this is our first year of being in the high school. During the pandemic, we offered the series virtually, which was also great. But we do intake, we assess the students, figuring out what their current habits are. And then through the program, we do different weeks, different goals, different tasks. And at the end, we do an outtake assessment to see what they've learned and how they've changed. And it's been really awesome. Our impact report from last year is just going over some of our figures and things that, we assess through our forms, and just what have they learned and what changes are they making in their lives. And yeah, this is just going over what I was discussing earlier, just seeing about the impact, the purpose of the program, and what we hope to achieve. And then this is just our flyer. We have an upcoming back to school wellness fair happening in collaboration with the FitFlex Foundation. We did this last year. We did it in Lincoln Terrace Park. And this year we're bringing it over to South Brooklyn on this side. We're going to have it in Canarsie Park. On September 10th, we're going to have back to school supplies, as well as health screening, games, giveaway, nutrition counseling. And we have community partners bringing things, local restaurants that will be donating and providing healthier meals. And it's just going to be a fun day for the family. So I'll definitely share this with Cindy closer to the time, but that's it. Sorry if I was talking too fast.
Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions for Rashida?
Is there a fee for your program? I don't know if you said it.
Yes, there is a fee. For us to provide it in the schools, we do charge a fee. But we do wellness workshops, maybe day programs, and we do collaborate with other organizations just by providing our services to the community for free.
Is there a flyer that you can share in the chat?
Yeah, definitely. I'll share the flyer for the Better Health program.
The program as well as your event?
Okay, yes, I will share it.
Does the
So if
school,
you-
go ahead.
Sorry, what schools are you working in the area?
Right now, we are at South Shore High School, and we're looking to get into Tilden High School. We've been talking to one of the parent coordinators at their school to hopefully try and get there for the fall.
Is it the school that pays the fee or the parents, if they're interested?
The school. The school.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
the participants don't pay anything.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any more questions? Okay, thank you
Sorry,
so
I
much.
have one more. I apologize. I don't know if you mentioned anything. Are you doing anything for the summer?
Yes, so our main program that we're doing and focusing on this summer is our wellness fair, but we do partner with other organizations. So we're going to be a part of a few wellness fairs. There's an organization, but they're out in Queens, where they received a grant from the Parks Department, and we're collaborating because we're teaching the teenagers how to grow and plant their own produce. And then we're also going to factor in nutrition education and learning how to cook through that. So when we get the flyer out for that, I'll definitely share it. And we're also looking into initiatives, which we did with our teens from this past year, where we do an intensive kind of more focused 4-week program tackling certain issues. And we were able to give them a stipend from one of our partners. So the students all got $200 for participating in it. So we're looking to have that again for our summer program. That should be starting late July, lasting through August. And I'll share the flyer once we have all the information there.
Lastly, can you also share your information, your contact information in the chat?
Yes, definitely.
I actually have a question about, I know that your target population is young people, but would you also consider like doing something for families?
Yeah, so our wellness fair is targeting the entire family.
Mhm.
The part of the why is because I feel like younger people, like elementary younger kids, are kind of like mandated, right? And you kind of have to take them to the doctor. And when we're older, unfortunately, sometimes it's already late. You already have the diabetes, you already have high blood pressure, so you're forced to go to the hospital and doctor anyway. But I feel like adolescence is such a crucial time because they get forgotten about. The mom and dad stop taking them to the doctor and they kind of left to their own devices. And that's usually McDonald's, junk food, whatever they find. So really trying to intervene and intercept in that demographic is very important to us. But we are open and have done programming with older demographic, younger, and doing family events.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, thank you so much for your time. Diane, can you introduce our next speaker? I'm gonna put up the slide, one moment. Okay,
Okay, our next presenter is Abby Jeffrey, LCS Assistant Vice President, JCCA Health Home Services. Abby Jeffrey, the mic is yours.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to present today. I'm going to be talking about 3 of our programs, so it'll be very brief overviews of the 3 programs. Let me just get the shared screen going. I have too many windows open. All right, here we go. Okay, first I'm going to be talking about the Health Home program. Forgot how to close the side thing.
Abby, if you go down to the bottom where you see the negative sign and the plus sign by the comments, and you see kind of looks like a TV with
Yes.
keep on to your right.
Oh, okay.
Not okay, a little bit right there, right before the negative sign.
Hmm.
Right there, yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, much better. So the first program I'm going to talk about is our largest program. It's our Health Home program, where we serve all the boroughs in the city plus Westchester. And the Health Home program, oh, that goes too fast. Okay. You can tell I'm very good at the IT portion of this presentation. The Health Home program is a care coordination program where we offer a wide range of services to youth and their families to improve the medical, behavioral, and emotional functioning of the youth. These services include medical and mental health care coordination, such as scheduling appointments, monitoring medication management, finding providers in the community and arranging transportation. We help apply for benefits, apply for housing programs. We offer education support by attending school IEP meetings. We can connect families and youth to different community resources, and we really coordinate all of the service providers involved with the youth. The goal is to get everyone who's working with the youth on the same page so that there's not different providers with different goals and different working like at odds with each other. We really want to get everyone on the same page and working towards similar goals for the child. Also, once you're a member of the Health Home program, you can become potentially eligible for additional services that our agency and other agencies offer, called Child and Family Treatment and Support Services, CFTSS, and Home and Community-Based Services, which are HCBS. Everything has little abbreviations in this field, so sorry about that. There's several ways to be eligible for the Health Home program. One is if the youth has a mental health diagnosis, they can be eligible. Another is if the youth has 2 or more chronic medical conditions, one of which can be a developmental disability. So if the youth has some sort of learning disability or is on the autism spectrum, it counts as one of the 2 medical conditions. Also, if the youth has HIV alone, that makes them eligible for the program, as well as an additional one that was just added. If a youth has sickle cell anemia, that alone makes them eligible for the program. They don't need a second medical condition if they have sickle cell anemia. And then the last eligibility criteria is complex trauma. Basically, that involves a youth who's been exposed to some sort of trauma, and as a result of the trauma, if they have a behavioral or emotional issue with their functioning, they can be eligible for the program. And we do an in-house evaluation for that, so they don't have to come to us already with proof that they've suffered complex trauma. We can do the evaluation for them. It's a great, I mean, it's not great to have complex trauma, but it's a great way to become eligible, because unfortunately so many of the kids in the city have been exposed to trauma and are suffering because of that. And it catches all those kids who don't yet have a diagnosis, but are really impacted, their emotions or their behavior has been impacted, who would otherwise not be eligible for services because they don't have a diagnosis. In addition to having those eligibility criteria for the health homes, they have to have active Medicaid, but it serves kids between the ages of birth and 21. As long as they are a day before they turn 21, we can enroll them in the program. Once they turn 21, we're allowed to keep them until they turn 23. So it's great. They can stay, you know, in the program for the whole, their whole childhood. Basically, with the referral process, once we receive a referral, we'll reach out to the family within 2 days, schedule an intake appointment. And once we can meet with the family, we can enroll the youth, assuming they meet the criteria. At that same time, we'll find out if they're interested in the CFTSS or HCBS services, and we can make the referral for those services at that same time to get them started with those additional services as soon as possible. We're doing this now virtually, so the process goes even more quickly. So we can, if we can reach someone right away, we can enroll someone within a few days of referral. Sometimes it could take a month or 2 if appointments keep getting rescheduled, but we have the capacity to enroll someone very quickly. Now, similar to the Health Home program is our non-Medicaid care coordination program. As the name suggests, it's for kids who don't have Medicaid. So this program is for kids who either have private insurance or have no insurance whatsoever. So this program is also applicable for kids who are not documented. So kids don't need to be documented in order to be in our non-Medicaid care coordination program. And the services are free regardless of whether they have insurance or they don't have insurance. It's a totally free program. Unlike the Health Home program though, for eligibility, the eligibility requirements for the non-Medicaid care coordination program require that there be a mental health diagnosis. That's the only route into the non-Medicaid care coordination program. The only other major difference is that there's no CFTSS or HCBS services for these kids because those are Medicaid programs. But otherwise, it's the same care coordination services, the same assistance with education, with community providers, with coordination among different providers, with getting benefits if they're entitled to it. All the other services are exactly the same. It's just that they have to be between the ages of 5 to 21, have a mental health diagnosis, and they can't get CFTSS or HCBS. The enrollment process takes a little longer because CSPOA, Children's Single Point of Access, gets involved, but we can help with that whole process. So it's not any harder for the families. It just might take a few days longer. So that program is for our, for kids without Medicaid. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of insurance or whether or not they have insurance. And then let me stop the share and switch to a different program is the ACT team. Okay, the ACT team is a brand new program, the Youth ACT program, which has just started in New York City. Right now, there's only our program, which is in Brooklyn, and there's one out in Suffolk County with another agency. JBFCS should be starting one in the Bronx and Queens pretty soon. But right now, as I said, it's just us in Brooklyn for the time being. It's a great program. It's a higher level of care than the Health Home program, and it's for kids with significant mental health diagnoses. So the ACT program is for kids aged 10 to 21. As I said, with severe emotional disturbance with significant mental health diagnoses, who've either had a high use of psychiatric emergency or crisis services. So kids who've been in and out of the hospitals a lot. So there's several different ways of meeting criteria. They have to meet at least 2 of them. So either they have to have had 2 or more recent hospitalizations, or have a home or community environment that isn't providing the necessary support to adequately address their mental health needs, or they have to be clinically assessed to be at risk of requiring a higher level of care, or they have to have been residing in already an inpatient or residential treatment facility and are being stepped down from it, or they sorry, there should be one other that's not on here. But basically the gist of it in terms of the criteria is the hospitalizations or at risk of being in a higher level of care, or their current environment isn't meeting their needs, or they haven't been making use of therapy in the community, and they have high their symptomology is very high and is not being taken care of in the community. So that's basically that's the criteria for getting into the Youth Act. And the Youth Act is an interdisciplinary, when you go through this, it goes really fast this way, sorry. Basically, I'll just go through it without the PowerPoint. It's an interdisciplinary team approach to working with the youth and their family. The team is made up of a psychiatric nurse practitioner, mental health professionals, a peer support, a family peer support, and a clinical support. So it's a combination. They get all their therapy and medication management with the team. They also get the clinical support to do care coordination and the peer support services. They work with the family to understand the child's needs. So it's a lot of psychoeducation for the youth and the family. The peer support is people who've have lived experience, so can really help the family understand what the child is going through, and be, as someone who's experienced the same thing, they can really empathize with the family and help them better cope with their child's needs. And the peer specialist for the youth can really help the youth adjust better to what they're experiencing. And the team meets with the youth a good 3 to 6 times a month. So it's very intensive. They meet with them in the community or wherever the youth is. They help with the school relationship. It's a very intensive team approach there. Everyone on the team works with all of the youth. And it's a great, it's an evidence-based approach to working with kids. The model's been used since the 60s or 70s for adults, and they finally extended it to youth. So we're very excited to be in on the ground, starting from the ground up. We've just started the program last month, so we're building our caseload, and we have a few clients right now. We're really giving them they're getting extra special attention because there's only a few. But it's a great program. If you're interested, if you have anyone who's interested in the program, oh, that all reappeared again. You can contact Ricardo Bermudez, who's the program director, team leader. I'll put the information in the chat. I'll also put the information for the health home and non-Medicaid care coordination program in the chat. So those are basically the 3 programs. And I guess if anyone has any questions.
I have one question. With the first program, you had listed that in regards to the age, it would be from birth to 21.
They can enroll as long as they haven't turned 21 yet.
Yeah. What type of benefits would a newborn, or like, let's say, baby, what type of benefits would they benefit from the program at such a young age?
So for the kids that are infants in the program, they're kids with medical conditions.
Okay.
So because they're too young to have a mental health diagnosis or
Yeah.
have the complex trauma, to meet the complex trauma. So it's basically, it helps, it's more for the family that's having trouble navigating their child's medical conditions and meeting all the doctor's appointments and juggling everything. So it's kids with like severe medical conditions, and we're able to help the family make sure that they make the doctor's appointments, get to the doctor's appointments, understand their child's medical conditions, and, you know, make whatever contacts they need within the community to get the help that they need. We can also, you know, the agency has different funds that if they need some, you know, like help with getting diapers or formula, and it, you know, we can either connect them to WIC, or we can provide them with extra services, extra financial help if they need as well. But you're right, at that age, it's more for the parents than it is for the youth.
Yeah, I figured that. I was writing it in the chat, but then I thought maybe she's talking about a medical condition, but then I just decided to
Yeah,
ask.
it's under 3, it's kids with medical
Yeah.
conditions. At
Okay.
3, we can start doing the complex trauma assessments.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, thank you.
I have a
That
question.
was a good question.
Your child with chronic asthma? and-
That counts as one of the conditions, yep. It ranges, you know, it ranges from, I hate to use the word like simple things, but from like asthma and obesity to we have kids with cerebral palsy and cancer and seizure disorder. It's a really wide range of medical conditions that we're seeing, genetic disorders. But we see a lot of kids with asthma and obesity.
The dyslexia, something like that too? Or-
Yeah, that would count as a developmental disability. Absolutely.
I have another question. Do you guys provide support groups for the parents? Because this must be hard on the parents too.
Right now, we don't have groups set up. That's something we actually always talk about that we want to do and just haven't gotten to yet, but we can connect them to any existing support groups that are in the community. Because there are for different conditions for kids, there are existing support groups for parents. And some of the HCBS services include peer family support services as well.
Okay, thank you.
Is everyone in your program referral only?
I'm not sure. What do you mean? Are they
Oh, I guess,
referral only?
so in other words, they have to be referred to your agency. They couldn't
We have
there's
some
not like,
self-referrals.
oh, okay,
That's what you
okay,
mean.
great.
Yeah, we've
Yes.
had some families just reach out to the agency and they can, so they don't need like a formal referral from another agency.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abby. Does anyone have any more questions for Abby? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. So Diane, we can introduce our next presenter.
Okay. And next up, we have Andrew Hidalgo, MPA, SOR Grant Coordinator, SBCCC Coalition Coordinator, the Program for the Development of Human Potential. Mr. Hidalgo, you have the floor.
Check and see if he's on the meeting. I knew that he can't present until after 4.
Oh, yes, you did say that, Cindy. No problem. So we will go into our mental health segment. I totally forgot that.
That's okay.
And then we can come back when Andrew joins in. Okay. So for today's mental health segment, we would like for you all to participate. If you could please write down one thing that you're grateful for in each category, and then we'll have some volunteers share out their responses. The categories are people, experiences, things, places, and skills. So again, we'd love everyone to participate. You may feel free, write your responses in the chat, write on a piece of paper, it's totally up to you. But I'll give you all about 3 minutes to do that, and then we can have some share out time. One thing that you're grateful for in each. Two more minutes. Okay, we'll give everyone 1 more minute. I see someone wrote in the chat, children, motherhood, home, beaches, ability to communicate with strangers, public speaking. Nice. Family, building community, books, public parks, holding space. Okay, so let's have some people share out. Feel free, unmute yourself and you can share which other category you like. If you want to share all 5, it's totally up to you.
Okay, I'll share. So things that I'm grateful for in the category for people, I'm grateful for my family and for the youth that are in our programs. Experiences, being able to travel, because I think, day-to-day experiences can become mundane and just tiring. So looking forward to travel plans, just having that ability, having the means, very grateful for that. Um, s- um, Places, my home, it's a safe space, refuge, a place that brings me happiness. And skills, my career, my job as a nurse practitioner, being able to take care of others.
Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to go?
I'll share for people, I say my mom and people who are fighting injustice. For experiences, my childhood. For things, TV. Um, and places, say my Jamaica, that's where my family's from, and then skill, patience.
Thank you, Cindy. Who else would like to share?
Hi, everyone. This is Daphne from the Art and Public Speaking program. I would like to share the places and skills that I am grateful for. I am grateful for my corner art studio. I chose a corner in the house to make an art studio that inspires me to improve my skills in creativity. And I'm grateful for that skill of creativity because then I can have an idea and see that idea come into tangible art. And so I'm grateful for my corner art studio and my ability to create and be creative.
Thank you, Daphne. Who else would like to go? Anyone else? Okay, so I see that Andrew did join us. Andrew, are you ready to present now, or do you still need until 4 o'clock?
No, I'm ready to present now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna read the last one. I saw one from Gabby. People, you all, thank you. Experiences, uncomfortable learning experiences, yoga mat, Amazon rainforest, and resilience. Thank you, Gabby. Okay, Andrew, you are all set to go.
Great. So let me just quickly share my screen. All right, can everyone see this?
Yes.
Great. So my name is Andrew Hidalgo. I am the program coordinator for the Program for the Development of Human Potential. We are an OASIS-funded prevention program. And so I'm just going to be talking about 2 of our family-based prevention programs that we're doing in Brooklyn. And so our first one is Triple P, or the Positive Parenting Program, and our second one is Familias Unidas. And so Triple P, the Positive Parenting Program, the real goal of the program is to give parents skills and resources to promote positive, caring relationships with their children. And in addition, we also help parents to develop effective management strategies for dealing with different types of childhood risk behavior. So that could include underage drinking, substance use, risky sexual behavior, and things along those lines. And so it's really important to note that although this is a parenting program, we don't really tell parents how to be a parent. It's really more like a toolbox of ideas. You get to choose the strategies that we present, that work with your parenting style and the way that you want to use them. And it's really all about making the program work for you. And so we have really large discussion groups where we work closely with the parents to develop a parenting plan that works specifically with your parenting style, because we know everyone has a different parenting style and we want our program to be as flexible as possible. And so the way the program works is that it is in a discussion group format. So we have small group sessions, and each session targets a specific problem behavior or issue. Discussion group can be taken as a standalone session, or you can attend all 4 sessions as part of a series. And so we split up the groups for parents of children 0 to 12, and then parents of teens 13 to 16. And each of these topics are developmentally appropriate for the age group. And so for children 0 to 12, we have dealing with disobedience, managing fighting and aggression, developing good bedtime routines, and hassle-free shopping with children. And for teens 13 to 16, we have coping with teens' emotions, reducing family conflict, getting teens to cooperate, and building teens' survival skills. And although each of these sessions are focused on a specific behavior, the overall goal of the program is to increase the general competence and confidence in parents raising their children by helping manage common problem behaviors, emotional situations, and developmental setbacks, increasing effective methods of parental discipline, improving parent-child communication, and reducing parent stress. That's a really big one. And then we also want to encourage parents to apply these skills that they learn, not only to the topics that we're talking about, but to other problems that could occur in the future. And a lot of these strategies that we talk about can really be flexible and be applied to a host of other situations that can occur. And we just want to give parents the power to set the stage for, a happy and healthy childhood, adolescence, teenager, and young adulthood. And so each of our programs are a 2-hour discussion group, and we usually have 10 to 12 parents that are in similar situations. And we're able to deliver these both in person and remotely. And so we do have sessions over Zoom that we do. We usually do them in the afternoon. So anywhere from like 6 to 8 p.m. is normally the time that we do them. So we want to really work around the schedules of our parents. And then we also give the option for a 15-minute post-session phone call that you can do with our facilitator to work on individual assistance and support. And so this doesn't have to be directly after the session. This could be, a month or even more time after the session where you're trying out some of the strategies. And, if you run into any challenges or roadblocks, you can call our facilitator at any time and they'll really give you, some individual assistance there. And so each of the group sessions include presentation of the skills, video demonstrations of the, issues of the parenting practices. And then we give parents the opportunity to have group discussions about it, bounce ideas off of each other and find, strategies that work best for them in their situation. And so we really hope and aim to develop a personalized parenting plan at the end of each session. And so Triple P doesn't have to be for parents of youth who are, actively dealing with problem behavior. It's really for any parent that just wants to kind of be more prepared. It could be for parents who are seeking information about how to address a specific, issue. It could be parents who want to prevent their child from developing any, behaviors in the future. It could also be for parents who want, additional active skills training to improve their confidence and competence as parents. And then it can also be for parents of children or teens who have, recent problem behavior that they, want some support in addressing. And so then Triple P has been, studied and has been researched for a long time and really around the world. And so the strategies that we talk with parents about are really shown to be effective and shown to work. I know that it has been implemented in over 30 countries around the world. And there's over 180 studies on how, this program was effective at reducing problem behavior, reducing ineffective parenting practices, maintaining these improvements long-term, and improving parents' confidence in what they're doing. And so that's the Triple P program. And Familias Unidas, our second program, is very similar, but this was specifically made from the ground up for Hispanic youth and their families. So this is delivered entirely in Spanish. And so like Triple P, it aims to reduce problem behaviors, increasing family functioning, and it's also delivered through those multi-parent groups. But unlike Triple P, it also has some individual family visits with parents and their children together. And so we work individually as well as in a group for this program. Like Triple P, this has been recognized by a lot of different federal and government agencies as an evidence-based intervention. And to date, it is really the only family-centered intervention designed specifically for Hispanics that has been shown to prevent or reduce substance use, risky behaviors, and improve family functioning. Most other programs have been adapted from English versions, for Spanish speakers, but this was designed specifically from the ground up for Spanish-speaking Hispanic families. And so Familias Unidas works within the three worlds of the adolescent. That includes the family, school, and peers. And we work with the parent to help strengthen those relationships between all three worlds. And so we really give parents kind of a wide array of strategies for all of the worlds that influence the decisions that their adolescent would make. And so here you can see, unlike Triple P, which has 4 group sessions, Familias Unidas is a little more comprehensive. So it has 8 group sessions, 4 family visits, and then we actually have parent school personnel meetings where we invite school personnel from the adolescent school to attend and speak with the parent about any important issues that are going on in the school. Parents can ask questions, any questions that they have, and then we have some homework activities for the parents as well. And so Familias Unidas, like Triple P, has also been implemented and studied for its effectiveness. And specifically for Familias Unidas, this has been implemented in the Miami County Public School District. And it's been shown to increase parents' substance use rules and expectations, improve parent-youth relationship quality, improve family communication. This has both been reported by the parent and also the youth. And so those are our 2 prevention programs. And so we're doing this completely free. It's all completely funded by OASIS. So there's no cost to the parent. And if you have any questions, my contact information is right here. And yeah, if you have any questions right now, please feel free to let me know.
Andrew,
so
someone asked what the age range was.
So the age range for our Triple P program, the age range is 0 to 16. So that's for the Triple P. And then for Familias Unidas, this is 12 to 17. So this is specifically for like the adolescent age range. But for Triple P, it's a little more flexible, anywhere from, really parents of newborns all the way to parents of 16-year-olds. And then
Thank you.
No problem. And then someone also asked, how would one make a referral? So in order to make a referral, we have 2 main ways. Either the family can contact me or our facilitator with our contact information. So what I'm going to do is in the chat, I can upload both of our flyers for Triple P and for Familias Unidas. And then they can reach out to us, or we can do a warm handoff where the provider can call us, and then we can speak to the family from there.
Thank you. Does anyone else have other questions for Andrew?
I have a question. For the Familias Unidas program, does the program tailor or consider cultural backgrounds and beliefs and just because I know that with Latin and Hispanic families and communities, their cultures is a big part of how they navigate the world and just process information.
Yeah, Jennifer, that's a really good question. And yeah, to your question, yes, that's exactly what it does. The program has been developed from the ground up for Hispanic immigrant families, and that takes into consideration, you know, all the cultural aspects of it. And not only, we know that, you know, although you know, Hispanic and Latino families have similarities, there's also differences between, you know, the subgroups of Hispanic and Latino families, depending on what country they come from, you know, things like that. And that's all taken into consideration when we do our sessions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Is Spanish the only other language that you offer your programs in?
Yes, unfortunately, that's what we have the capacity to do. But, you know, in the future, we are looking to expand our programs, especially Triple P, since that is kind of more flexible. we do want to start delivering that in other languages as well.
Thank you.
But for right now, just English for Triple P. All right, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Andrew. All right, so we're going to transition into having our program updates now. So if you would like to share about what's going on with your program, feel free to do so now. You can unmute yourself and go for it.
Hi, everyone. This is Daphne. I wanted to share that this year we are having a 6-week summer program. Let me see if I can just share the flyer. Can everyone see the flyer?
Yes.
Okay. We are having our 6-week summer program from July 9th to August 20th, and we cater to age group 8 to 13 years old. The sessions are going to be 2 hours, 10 to 12 p.m. And during the program, we introduce the kids to different forms of art and creativity, as well as provide them with the basic skills of public speaking, the basic skills of having the confidence to speak in front of a group, whether it's in front of their teachers or in front of, you know, authority. And so I invite everyone to, if you know anyone with families with kids ages 8 to 13, please share the flyer and they can register through our website. Go to the program section and they can register there and we'll reach out to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Daphne. Someone asked for you to please share the flyer in the chat.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Daphne, quick question. No, 2 questions. First is the program virtual or remote? And also, is there a fee?
The program is not virtual, it's in person, because in order for the kids to participate in the art activities, we provide them with the supplies. So we wouldn't want the parents to have to purchase those supplies. The program is free for the participants. We are being sponsored by a gracious sponsor in a lot of East Flatbush community, and as well as a few donators that we've had throughout the year.
If I'm not mistaken, the flyer didn't have a location. Can you correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, we are in Brooklyn. It is right across from Brooklyn College Once someone registers to our website, we send them an email with all the detail.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right across from Brooklyn College.
Thank you. Any other program updates?
I don't have a, oh, 1 second. Sorry, I don't have a program update, but I just wanted to introduce myself. This is my first meeting. And so my name is Rona Taylor. I am the Executive Director of the East Flatbush Community Development Corporation. I've just recently stepped into that role. And so we're just kind of getting started in terms of our programming piece. We did have a series of transportation town halls where we were getting feedback on a proposal to electrify dollar vans along Flatbush and Utica Avenue. And we got a lot of really good feedback on that. And so I hope to be able to update people on the status of the proposal come fall. So very nice to meet all of you. And thank you so much to all the presenters for all the information you shared today.
Thank you. May I ask, how did you hear about our meeting?
Yeah, so Samuel Pierre from the Haitian American Caucus made me aware of the meeting.
Great, thank you. I just always like to see how people hear about what we do, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, this is so great. I'm so glad that this forum exists. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other program updates?
Hello.
Hi.
Wait. My name is Jacqueline Anderson from ACF, and this is
Dion Adams.
Okay. So we're here to talk about our back to school event that we have coming up on August 11th. I actually included the flyer in the chat for you guys to see, and I'll also type in our contact information. Mr. Adams also forwarded an email to Ms. Reed, and she'll be able to disseminate everything to you guys. All right, so we look forward to seeing everyone. We plan to have great fun. And we just want to get as many resources out there that we're able to share with families for the East Flatbush community and for all of Brooklyn, but definitely for the East Flatbush community because Bedford office covers East Flatbush CD17. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good evening, all. I hope everybody is enjoying this beautiful day. Hi, I am Keisha Sidney. I'm with Sesame Flyers, and I just wanted to share really quick this coming Sunday, we are having our Caribbean Essence Award show and showcase, which will feature some local artists. It will also feature a pre-launch to Labor Day Carnival, the costumes that we'll be presenting on the road, and we'll also have a show with some artists, some other artists. One is from Trinidad and the other one, I believe he's here, Skinny Fowlers. So I can send, I'll place the flyer in the chat. You will be able to get the Eventbrite link if you would like to participate. It is a ticketed event. It's happening at El Caribe, which is that little country club in Brooklyn, is in Mill Basin. So I'll share that information. I'll share that information in the chat. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Keisha. Any other program updates?
Good afternoon, everyone. Leba Friends here from the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, the Bureau of Public Health Clinics, which oversees the sexual health clinics, as well as some of the initiatives for COVID and now monkeypox. I will give you a quick update with respect to the sexual health clinics. Right now for Brooklyn, the only sexual health clinic we have open would be the Fort Greene Sexual Health Clinic at 295 Flatbush Avenue Extension. That clinic is open essentially Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. The services provided are free or low cost to anyone 12 years of age or up, regardless of immigration status or ability to pay. That Fort Greene Sexual Health Clinic also has a late night, which is on Tuesday nights from 5 to 7. In addition to that, since we are transitioning in New York City from dealing with COVID to now having to deal with monkeypox, keep your ears out. The information is still forthcoming that there will be clinics set up to receive the monkeypox vaccine for those who have concerns, but keep your ears open for that because those things are still unfolding. And that's it for my updates for today. My contact information is in the chat if anyone has any questions or inquiries. Thank you.
Thank you, Liba. Any other program updates?
Hi, this is Danielle Medina. I just hopped on. So I just wanted to share that this Sunday is the last virtual, it's a kids virtual cooking class that I've been doing for the whole month of June. So this Sunday, it's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the first hour we do fitness. So we focus on fitness and the importance of getting children and families to move. So it's virtual, so the families can also join. And then the last from 12 to 1, we do we really focus on the plant foods, really introducing whether it's the fruits, vegetables, legumes, and grains. So I try to make family or kid-friendly recipes that the children have been doing, and it's been like a pleasure to see them cooking along with me and my daughter as well. So that's been going really well. I'm gonna pop in the registration because they could still join for that. And then the last thing is I'm also doing another virtual cooking class, and this one is specifically for African-American culinary heritage virtual class. And then we have one more tomorrow. And this one focuses on traditional African-American foods and meals, but we're making them more into plant-based, healthier options. And it really is to help participants that are seeking to prevent, overcome chronic illnesses that disproportionately affect African-Americans. So I will also pop that into the chat. And yeah, that's my update for today. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Any other program updates? Rhea, would you like to speak?
Yes, sorry, I was trying to click the button. I'm driving, so I'll pull over because I can't be on camera. But hi, everyone. Happy summer. Nice to see everyone and hear everyone. Just a couple of updates for me. I am here today representing the office of Senator Kevin Parker, but I'm also connected to Uncommon Schools and their External Affairs Department. There's several events coming up for the summer. On behalf of the Senator, please feel free to I sent my email address in the chat to hit me up for things that you might be interested in either tabling at for resources and other items for the community. He has got several events coming up, COVID testing, and some youth activity and summer events coming up for the next couple of months. And then he's got a high tea party coming. So I will, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind sending it over as a calendar of events, Lamaka and Cindy, to you guys that you can share with the entire group in case anyone wants to come, table, or receive resources for their constituents. And yeah, that's all I have for now at the moment. Thank you. Oh, and one last thing for Caribbean culture. There are several events coming up with the West Indian American Day Carnival Association for the summer for youth and seniors related to IT coding classes, technology, steel band workshops, carnival costume making workshops. NES, the organization, is going to be producing events during Labor Day season. Once I get that schedule, I will also share it with the group.
Thank you, Rhea. Anyone else?
I would like to go. Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer Gonzalez. I am a community health worker and doula at Health Lead. And I'm in maternal health work here in Brooklyn. We are hosting a doula coalition, and it's called New York Doula Coalition. I'm sorry, New York Coalition for Doula Access, and in the coalition we speak about Medicaid reimbursement for doulas and also doula friendly accreditation for hospitals, and it's doula driven, and hopefully, you know, with our findings, we can bring our findings to Medicaid and hopefully get a equitable and livable wage for doulas who are being reimbursed by Medicaid. So if any of you are doulas or know any doulas, I will put my information in the chat, and hopefully, you know, they can join the coalition and speak on their experiences. Thank you.
Thanks for that update. You may want to touch base, if you haven't already, with the offices of Assemblywoman Rodneyse Bichot and Farah Louis, Councilmember Farah Louis. They both are very active in the birthing space and Black maternal health space with birthing centers, doulas, and support for mothers as it relates to care, postpartum care, and doula support.
Rhea, can you, I know you're driving, but can you put that in the chat when you get a chance, or I can directly send you a message and give you my
Yeah, please
information?
do. Yeah, if you can, my email is in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Any other updates? Okay, so if there are no more updates, I'm going to go back to our presentation. We're going to finish things up for today, and I'm going to leave some time. Last month, we had a great discussion after the meeting, so we'll do that again. We have Instagram and Facebook as our social media platforms. Feel free to follow us at East Flatbush Partnership. Our next meeting is going to be on July 28th at 3 o'clock. Our catchment area is 11203, 11210, 11212, and 11226. And thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to stop sharing and stop the recording, and then feel free, if there's any other connections that need to be made during this time,